Between Shadows and Flames. London, 1885. The sound of carriages and the hurried footsteps of passers-by filled the cobblestone streets of London. Annabelle Carter observed from the window of her room in her family's mansion. The white lace dress hanging in front of the mirror was a cruel reminder of her future, a wedding she did not want. "Are you ready?" her mother asked Enter, with a gesture that mixed pride and severity. Annabelle took a deep breath. "I will be, mother," she replied with a forced smile. Her fiancé, Duke Henry Ashford, was a man respected by his wealth and position, but beneath that distinguished facade hid a coldness that made Annabelle tremble. He was a man accustomed to getting what he wanted, and what he wanted now was her. En une expectée encounter. During a walk through the market, seeking a respite from her suffocating routine, Annabelle stumbled upon a man carrying a small steam engine. The apparatus fell to the ground, and the man let out an exasperated sigh. "Can't you watch where you're going?" he said, bending down to pick up his invention. "I'm very sorry," Annabelle interrupted, looking up. The man, although he was disheveled, with intense blue eyes that reflected a mixture of frustration and curiosity. "It's nothing." His tone softened at her worried expression. "It's a project that I dedicate my too much time, I suppose. I'm Matthew Ellis." She didn't answer immediately. There was something about him, an energy different from the polished gentleman she frequented. "Annabelle Carter," she finally replied, extending his hand. That was the beginning of something neither of them expected. During the following weeks, Annabelle looked for excuses to visit the workshop where Matthew worked. There, among tools and sketches, she was allowed to be herself. "The weight of the decision, this is dangerous, right?" Matthew said one afternoon, while adjusting a piece of his engine. "What are you referring to, S?" "To what we do here, to you and me. If anyone finds out..." Annabelle knew he was right. Her engagement to Henry wasn't just an arrangement, it was a transaction between families. Breaking it would mean to dishonor the Carters. But every day that passed away from Matthew felt like a sentence. He made her dream of a life where she could choose her own destiny. The storm breaks. The eve. At her wedding, Annabelle made a decision. She would escape with Matthew that very night. She had planned everything. They would meet at the train station and leave London behind. However, fate had to other plans. That night, a fire started in the Carter mansion. The flames spread rapidly, and the screams woke Annabelle. "Mother! Father!" she cried, running through the hallways. Upon arriving at the library, he saw Henry, who had come to speak with his father about financial matters. "Annabelle, come with me," he ordered, but she ignored him and continued searching for her family. Matthew, who had arrived early to pick her up, saw the flames from afar and ran towards the mansion. Upon entering, he found Annabelle trapped between the fire and the debris. "Matthew!" she cried, seeing him. "I'm here. I won't leave you." Together they managed to escape, although both were marked by the fire, literally and emotionally. A new beginning. The fire destroyed the Carters' fortune, and with this, the commitment to Henry. Annabelle, although impoverished, found in Matthew something more valuable than any riches, a free and purposeful life. They opened a workshop together where they worked on inventions that improved the lives of ordinary people. Despite the challenges, their love grew stronger, demonstrating that even among shadows and flames, there is always room for the hope. If you were moved by the story, don't forget to share it with your friends. What would you do in a situation like hers? Leave us your thoughts in the comments, and join us in more Letters That Defy the Conventions of Love. End.